For those of you who are concerned about Parkinson's or struggling with Parkinson's currently, there are many things that I believe that you should know and have access to. And in fact, at least 25 things. This week recently, I was hosting a webinar for many doctors about toxicity, and the Ending Parkinson's Disease book came up. After having the great pleasure of meeting with Dr. Ray Dorsey and learning about this, and learning that he has a new book coming out about this, I want to make sure that everybody is aware that this is a resource, because the book that he has written is now called The Parkinson's Plan, that I think everybody should have access to. And in this book, he goes over 25 things, 25 actions to lower your risk of Parkinson's. For those with the disease, some may even slow the progression. And most of these apply to us regardless of age, sex, disability, or geography. And the recommendations may be especially important for those with a family history of Parkinson's, those at risk of those at genetic risk, or those who've been exposed to toxic chemicals. And this is where this conversation started, talking about all the things that we can do to help reduce and remove toxic chemicals from our lives. And over the course of the next 25 videos, I'm going to go through each one of these so that you can have these in small digestible chunks to share with somebody to encourage them. There's always something more you can do to help improve your health, no matter what the condition is. And what I love about this book is it gives you 25 actionable items that you can do. And then I'm going to have a bonus video at the end of the things that I would do specifically myself if I was at any risk of this. And Parkinson's isn't just rising, it is doubling, and it doesn't have to. This is why I love the messaging of this book. If you buy this book, I would encourage you to do so. It has all 25 in there. It's great to have as a resource, especially you healthcare practitioners out there. I would encourage you to have a copy of this in your clinic so that you can show people all the things that you can do in these situations where these disease states seem to be overwhelming. We want to keep focused on those things that we can do. And number one that he goes over, and it's very simple, and I'm going to get in these one by one, but just to give you something here, is just to wash your produce, even if it's organic. And that could be just with water or with vinegar. Just making sure we're reducing our exposure to these pesticides could be one of the greatest things you could do, not just for the prevention of Parkinson, but for all kinds of disease states. All these chemicals that are getting into these human bodies that have no business being there are at the very least just getting in the way of fully functioning and being healthy, but at the worst are creating disease states. So we want to do two things. We want to reduce our exposure, and we want to help our body facilitate the removal of those. So his number one is going to be about washing your produce. But as I go forward, I'm going to give you 25 more videos, each with a different actionable step that you can do to help prevent and protect yourself from these conditions. I look forward to your feedback, and I hope this is helpful. Look into getting that book. Follow Dr. Ray Dorsey's work and the gentleman that he's working with, Dr. Okun here, because there is wonderful, encouraging news in this and the things that we can do for these conditions. I'll see you in the next video.